Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last video that we made was transfer day on last Monday, 4/4. We transferred 2 little M babies, and I know I had said that I was going to update with line progression and symptoms and stuff like that. So you guys, we got some good news. So I crazily started testing at 2 days past transfer, knowing that I probably would not even get the slightest bit of line. And to my surprise, I started testing on the first response, and the day of, I didn't get a positive. At least I don't think so. And then looking back at the test, there's a line there. So I started getting positives, like solid positives, on Friday. 4 days past transfer, around like 6 p.m. I got like a faint line, and I was so excited. I was trying to show my husband, and he was just like, "I can't see a line. You're crazy. Why are you crying?" And I'm just like, there's a line there. Like, he was driving me crazy that he couldn't see it. So I was like, all right, well, if you can't see it, I'm gonna test again. So I tested again at 10 that night and got a more, like a darker line. I'm gonna show you guys the progression as well, but around 10:30 I got like a darker line, and I was like, "Honey, look at this, there's a line there. You're crazy if you can't see it." And he was like, "Okay, I can see the line, but I don't want to get excited. It needs to get darker." I was like, "Come on, give me a break, like smile or something." So later that night I took another test, and the line got slightly darker, and I think he was able to see at that point. He was a little bit more convinced that it could be a positive, but he was like criticizing all the tests. Like, I have never taken as many pregnancy tests as I've taken this time, so he's not used to like squinting, putting like I guess the last time that we took a pregnancy test, like, it was faint, you could see it. I was like holding it up to the light, like putting flashlights on it. So he was just like, "Look, if I can't see the line and we have to squint and do all this stuff, it's not real." I was like, "Okay, fine." So he's like, "Come back with a solid line." I was like, fine. So 5 days past transfer, around the morning time. So I always take a test in the morning and then in the afternoon at 1, because in the morning I take a test in the morning, and then by 1 p.m. that day, that's the actual full next day. Since my transfer was at 1, my transfer is at 12:45 on Monday. I test in the morning, and then at 12:45 the next day, and then the same day, and then I might get crazy and test again later on that night. So that's what I did. 5 days past transfer, I tested on the AM and got a slightly darker line than I did the night before, and then I tested at 1 p.m. and got the darker line, and then it just got crazy from there. So I will show you guys my line progression, and we'll go from there. So, excuse my crazy background. So the lighting is really weird in here, but so this is 2 days past 5-day transfer, and as you can see, I can see a slight line now, but before I couldn't see a line. 4 days past transfer at 6 p.m. I don't know. Oh, there it is. You can see that line. That's the one that I initially showed my husband, and he was not convinced. This is the same day at 10:30 p.m. and you can see that line is a lot more clear. It's a little gross now because And then 5 days past transfer in the AM, and I also got a nice solid line on that one. And then 5 days past transfer at 1 p.m. and that line was of course significantly darker as well. So those are all the first response that I took. And then kind of in between day 2 and day 5, I was taking these low cheapies. So 2 days past transfer, as I said, I was crazy and started testing, and of course nothing. 2 days past transfer in the PM, there is a line there, but I chalked up to a EVAP line because it wasn't there before, and then the next morning it was there. I was like, meh, I don't believe it. So 3 days past transfer in the AM, there was a faint line on this one, and I was like, okay, maybe. 3 days past transfer in the PM, there was definitely a faint line that it's not going to pick up on here, unfortunately. 4 days past transfer in the AM, there is a faint line. I think you can see it. I think it picks up a little bit. There it is. 4 days past transfer in the AM, there's a faint line that started to show on these. Then 4 days past transfer in the PM, there is also a faint line. I think you can see it there. And then the clear blue, I started taking the clear blue at 5 days past transfer. So 5 days past transfer, I got this line here, and that was at 11 p.m. and you can see that pretty good. This is the point where my husband started getting really excited. So 10 tests later, he starts getting excited. But so 6 days past transfer in the AM, we got this good little line. And then 7 days past 5 day transfer in the AM. This is the only test that I took this day because it's pretty clear. I was pretty excited. I'd never gotten a digital pregnancy test to stay pregnant before, so that was really exciting. I woke my husband up in the middle of the night and he just hugged me, so it was really sweet. He was totally convinced at this point. So we got this digital at 7 days past transfer in the AM, and I was pretty satisfied with that, so I didn't take any more tests that day. And then yesterday at 8 days past, well, it was today, I'm sorry, today 8 days past transfer in the AM this morning, I took this test, and as you can see, it is darker than the control line. So between this 5 day past transfer and 8 days past transfer, you can see the difference in those two lines. And then I took I saved a cheapie just to see if it was, I've never gotten a darker test on these Walmart tests, so I took one this morning and we got a pretty solid line at 8 days past transfer this morning on this test. So that is my crazy lady pee on the stick line progression, and we are currently pregnant as of these tests, and I am okay with that. So I don't want to give you guys any signs, symptoms, 2-week wait, symptoms or anything until we get our beta. So I will make our betas tomorrow. So I am going to, I have one more first response to take, so I'm going to take that tomorrow before beta. I've just been trying to get all these tests out of the house, so when we're done, we're done. So yeah, I'm going to, so as far as 2-week wait symptoms, I will say I won't go into details because I did write them all down, and I will go over all of them along with my betas when I get them. So, but as far as like distinctive symptoms, like, you know, what a lot of people say, oh, they got nausea, they got sore boobs, they got cramps, they got all these things. I didn't get any symptoms at all. Like, had I not gone through this IVF process and known the time frame and the exact time of them putting in these embryos, I would have known I was pregnant because I don't have any symptoms, like none. I just got like really weird, crazy symptoms. Well, symptoms. Looking back, was just like, oh, that could have been a symptom. But I will say I did start getting the implantation cramping 7 days past transfer when I got this pregnant digital test. So that night I started getting I got this like really sharp pain, like kind of like electric shock in my uterus, and it kind of stopped me in my tracks, and I was just like, what the crap was that? And then shortly after I felt wet, and I was like, let me go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and I wiped, and there was kind of like brown kind of discharge on the tissue. And I was like, huh, okay, maybe that was implantation. And then from that point on, that day, I was just really crampy, got these really dull, like crampy cramps, kind of like your period is going to start. And that kind of happened all day that day after that. And I got a headache kind of immediately after that shock. Like all that kind of happened immediately after that like sharp pain in my uterus. And I was like, okay, well, they're stuck. And so today I also had, early this morning, I also had those, not that sharp pain, but the progressive kind of achy, pre-period crampy, not like painful, but just like how you would when you know your period is kind of on the way. And it kind of stopped as of right now. I think it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I haven't been feeling as much as I had, but I was still spotting this morning with the brown discharge, and I checked prior to making this video, and it looks like it's tapering off. So I would say that was kind of my implantation, but other than that, that cramping, I wouldn't know I was pregnant. I don't have any symptoms, so hopefully this helps a lot of other women out there going through this 2-week wait and looking for signs and symptoms, and kind of putting themselves out because they don't have them. Don't write yourself off just yet. I've had 0 symptoms. Like I said, I've had symptoms, but like I said, looking back, I'm just like, okay, that could have been a symptom, but it's not those like black and white, like, okay, nauseous, throat, like food aversions. It's not like those. So rest assured, you're still in the game if you don't have any symptoms. But yeah, that is my line progression video, pre-beta. As of right now, we are pregnant, which is really weird to say. We've never really gotten this far, so we're kind of just soaking it all in, and we're kind of just taking it day by day. We're looking forward to our beta tomorrow, so I will get the beta tomorrow, and I'm going to sit on that until Friday to see if it doubles, and if it does double, we can confirm that we are pregnant. Then I will make a video that day along with my 2-week wait symptoms. But yeah, we're really excited, and we thank everybody for their positive thoughts and vibes and prayers. We were really certain that that definitely made a difference in this cycle, and we kind of prayed really hard. At least I know I did. My husband has a hard time with religion sometimes, but I know I prayed like a crazy person, wanting this to work. So I'm glad that those prayers were answered as of right now, and I'm just going to bask in the glory of being pregnant for these 2 weeks, and we hope that this pregnancy continues to be healthy, and we get to see our little sweet babies in 8 months. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.